Mr. Garfield's been shot down, shot way down low. Mr. Garfield's been shot down, shot down, shot down. Mr. Garfield's been shot down low. Mr. Garfield's been shot down, shot down, shot down. Mr. Garfield's been shot down low. Well, I was walking downtown the other day, down the street over by the depot. I heard the report of a pistol. I says, now what does this mean? Feller standing over there, he reared back and give me something sort of like this. Mr. Garfield's been shot down, shot down, shot down. Mr. Garfield's been shot down low. Mr. Garfield's been shot down, shot down, shot down. Mr. Garfield's been shot down low. Well, now I looked over there across the street and I seen a big crowd gathering up around the house. I figured that's where they had Mr. Garfield laid out. I decided I'd go there and see him. About the time I got there, the doctor come a-riding up, throwed down his saddle packets and he run in the house. He took one look at Mr. Garfield. He said, Mr. Garfield, if you should die today, where do you think you'd spend eternity? Mr. Garfield looked up at him kind of sad-like with tears in his eyes. He gave him something like this. I'd make my home in hell, oh Lord, make my home in hell. Well, the doctor said that won't never do. Said we better send for a preacher. Well, they sent for the preacher and the preacher come. He got down on his knees and he prayed him a great long prayer. Got back up. He said, now, Brother Garfield, if you should die tonight, where do you think you'd spend eternity? Mr. Garfield looked up and gave him something sort of like this, friend. I'd make my home in heaven, Lord, Lord, make my home in heaven. Hallelujah. Well, now about that time, Miss Garfield, she come into the room. She said, Mr. Garfield.
James?
She called him James. Mr. Garfield, if the worst should come to the worst and you should not get well, would you want me to marry again? He looked up at her real sad like folks with tears in his eyes and give her something like this. Don't you never let a chance go by, Lord, Lord. Never let a chance go by. Well, now there's an awful big crowd gathered up there that day around that house. After a while, some of them decided they'd fix dinner.
All right now.
I decided I'd stay and eat with them.
Yeah.
There's this town dude there and asked him what he'd have. He give him something like this. Go pass round your ham and your eggs, Lord, Lord. Pass round your ham and your eggs.
Be quick about it.
And there's this old country feller there. They asked him what he'd have. He said, well, just give me something I'm used to. Then he reared back and he give him something sort of like this. Go bring on your bacon and your bean, Lord, Lord. Bring on your bacon and your bean.
Get with that now.
Well, now, folks, it was getting late. I had to go on home. I didn't get back to town for a couple of days. I come back to town, the very first thing I seen was Miss Garfield. She was walking down the sidewalk and she had a bunch of roses in her hand. I said, Miss Garfield, where are you going with those roses? She looked up sad-like and gave me something like this. On a place on my husband's grave, Lord, Lord. Place on my husband's grave. said, Miss Garfield, where'd you bury him at? She said, I buried him on that long flowery branch, Lord, Lord. Buried him on that long flowery branch. Well, friends, I commenced to walking on down the sidewalk. The very next thing I seen was the sheriff. He walked right up to this feller. He stuck a 44 right up in his face, right up under his nose. He said, is your name Charles Giteau? Feller says, well, yes, sir. Says, sometimes I passes for it. Old sheriff, he rared back, give him something like this. You're the very man I want, Giteau, Giteau. You're the very man I want, Charles Giteau.
Mercy.
Well, folks, they carried old Charlie Giteau on down to the jailhouse, and they locked him up in a cell. After a while, I got in there to see him.
That was good of you.
He didn't look like he was feeling too good, though.
Imagine not.
I said, Charlie Giteau, boy, how you feeling? He looked up real sad-like, and he gave me something like this. I'll hang on the 10th of June, Lord, Lord. Hang on the 10th of June. Mr. Garfield's been shot.